Okay, I'm about to upset a lot of medspas and a lot of laser manufacturers when it comes to skin rejuvenation, and I'm going to save you literally thousands of dollars, and I'm about to give the proof to you. What this video is about is skin rejuvenation and what is going to help the patient get the best results, and obviously for the lowest amount of money. But really, it's about getting the best results. And we are a regenerative medicine clinic. We do primary care, but we also do a lot of hormone therapies and anti-aging, joint repair, skin rejuvenation, hair rejuvenation, things like that. And we were just talking about, we felt like, because we've looked at all the lasers in the last year and a half, we've demoed them, we've bought some, and we've used them. And we ended up thinking, we sat and I had a discussion about it, and we said we feel like we still get the best result just from using microneedling with exosomes, or PRP as well. And I said, well, let's just make sure it's just not us. Let me do a little research, see if I can find any research that's going to support that hypothesis that we have. And let me reach out to some doctors and clinics I know from around the country that specialize in doing nothing but aesthetics. And it's the first time I reached out to some people I knew here in the Germantown, Collierville, Memphis area, and asked them, I said, what do you guys seem to get the best results from? And I said, being unbiased, what would you use on yourself? And they said, well, two of them, they said that, because I only talked to two, that they felt like they get the better result from just doing microneedling and PRP, because that's what they use. They use PRP. In our case, we use PRP and exosomes. But they felt like they got a better result. The skin looked more refreshed. It just looked better doing microneedling with PRP versus all the lasers. And they have access to all the lasers, and they either have them or have used them. So they have good experience with it. So I reached out to some doctors I knew from around the country, down in Miami Beach, New York, Nashville, LA, Las Vegas, and Pittsburgh. That's a weird place. But anyway, I reached out to the doctors and I asked them individually what they felt like they got the best results from. And I kind of told them while I was looking, I was kind of doing a little bit of research, or trying to figure out what we were going to do. And it's my hypothesis the same as theirs. And they all said the same thing, is they felt like they got a better result, either the same or a better result, from just using microneedling with either exosomes or PRP, because each one of the clinics did something a little different. But you have to use exosomes or PRP along with the microneedling to get the better result. So I said, well, if that's what you're getting the best result from, or you feel like that's what you would use on yourself, or what you do use on yourself, what are you selling the patients? Or what are the patients getting? And they said most of them are still, not every time, but they're still choosing the lasers. And I said, well, if that's not going to give them the better results, why are they choosing the lasers? And I'm not going to mention any names, but I think some of the clinics, it's because they make more money, so that's what they're pushing. And they're selling the lasers because they can make $800 to $1,500 a treatment versus a couple $100 a treatment. And I think it's about money for them. But there's one clinic, one doctor I know very well, that's very honest, and we talk a lot. And he said, I explained to them the differences, but I feel like the patients still want the lasers because they feel like, because it's a newer technology, or it costs more and they're paying more, they're going to get a better result. And he said, I presented both to them and they choose. He said, I'm not pushing it, but they choose. And he said, I feel like they choose it because of they just feel like they're going to get a better result because it costs more and it's all this newest technology. And the truth is that that's not the case. And I get it, because I'm one of those too. If it's newer technology, I want the newest iPhone, I want the newest this. It's got to be better. But when it comes to the human body and the skin rejuvenation, right now there is nothing better. And so, well, all of this could be just our own personal biases. Let me see if I can find some research to back it up. And because I always try to find some type of support, either through scientific research or medical research. And I found the study, and it only took me about 5 minutes to find it. I don't know why I didn't look it up sooner. But the study, what they did is they took 64 participants and they did microneedling and RF microneedling on their face. Now, I thought this was a pretty awesome study, because what they did is, instead of using one individual take 64 and divide them by 2, do half with micro RF and half with microneedling and PRP. They actually took the individual, cut their face in half, and did one side of their face with the RF microneedling and the other side of their face with microneedling with PRP. So that's what they used, was platelet-rich plasma in the study. And what they found at the end of the study, they could not tell the difference. There was no difference in each side of the face. So whether they used the RF microneedling or the microneedling with platelet-rich plasma, they could not tell the difference on the same exact patient. So that is proof, in addition to our just in clinic experience and what our personal feelings are, there's proof that there's no difference when it comes to skin rejuvenation between RF microneedling and lasers to microneedling using PRP or exosomes. So now knowing that, I believe that, but now we have proof. There is no reason why you should spend $800 to $1,500, depending on what part of the country you're in, to get RF microneedling when you can get the same, or in some cases better results, with microneedling in combination with either platelet-rich plasma or exosomes. Now, if you did microneedling by itself, you may not get the same result, but if you combine it with platelet-rich plasma, which was what was done in the study, or with exosomes, which is just an off-product of stem cells, you're going to get the same result or better. The doctors I talked to felt like they got a better result. The study showed they got the same result. So why pay 3 times as much when you don't have to get the same result? And what that means for you is if for some reason you needed, because typically they sell those packages and packages of 3. I know because they pitched it to us, and that's how we were selling it, is packages of 3, which typically was about $3,000 roughly when you bought a package. Well, when you get those 3 treatments, that's the result you're going to get. Well, what if you need more treatments? Well, you're going to buy another package, which is another $1,000 to $3,000, depending on if you're buying 1 or 3 or whatever it may be. Well, if you're doing microneedling with exosomes or microneedling with platelet-rich plasma, you still, when you get to the end of those 3 treatments, you only paid about 1/3 of the cost, but you still have plenty of extra money because you didn't waste it on RF or lasers, and you can get those additional treatments and still be cheaper. You can get 3 times the number of treatments for the same price you would for one package. So I guess you can kind of see what I'm trying to, I'm not communicating very well, I don't think, but basically you can get the same result, but get more treatments if needed for a lot less money with microneedling in combination with PRP and exosomes. So if you're looking to rejuvenate your skin, to improve the elasticity, the scarring, the wrinkles, the pigmentation, before you go spend the money on a laser, try the microneedling first, along with either platelet-rich plasma or exosomes. Before you go spend all the money, try that first. I think you're going to be just as happy, if not happier, and it's going to cost you a lot less. It's much more affordable. And if you do need more treatments, you can afford it because you didn't pay as much. So in our clinic, what we do is we use SkinPen as the DermaPen's only FDA-approved SkinPen for skin rejuvenation. We also use exosomes. If you want PRP, we can, but exosomes is a superior product. You'll get a better result from it. So we'll use that in combination with red light therapy. We also give you a mask to help soothe, and we also give you aftercare. It's all included. So when you come in with us, you get everything, and it's only going to be about 1/3 the cost of going to get a laser treatment. So if you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to give me a call. If you are a laser company, don't comment. I know you're upset with me. And if you're another med spa, I don't want to hear that either. I'm just trying to tell the truth and tell the patient what the best product and service out there is. So if you have any questions, let us know.